About have you ever made a mistake at work? Okay. For example, perhaps you've missed a deadline or you were not prepared for a meeting. Can you tell me what is your mistake?
Yeah. Yes. In my previous work, I had some mistake, like forgot inform my boss about some change in work, like car arrange or um, meeting time change.
Okay, so you forgot to inform your boss about the change.
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. Quinn, can you tell me, have you ever made a mistake at work?
Yes, I have some mistake at work, like
Mm-hmm.
haven't finished the task. Sometimes forgot
Okay, like
sometimes forgot the meeting and
okay.
send the wrong email for the customer.
Okay, good. Yes, very common. All right. So when can you see people talk about their mistake? Hong, can you tell me when would we see people talk about their mistakes?
uh, People talk about their mistake when they were asked to talk about the mistake or in interview.
Okay, perhaps in an interview. Yes, very good answer. Okay, great. So let's take a look at. Tell me about a time you made a mistake. Okay. Now imagine you are in an interview, and in the interview they ask you to talk about the mistake that you've made. So have you ever been asked a question like this before in an interview, Hong?
Yes. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I often I often um, I was often asked that such interview
This
such
question.
question. Yeah.
This question. Okay. So we will often ask this question. So how should we talk about a past mistake in a job interview? Okay. This is what we're going to take a look at in today's class. Quinn, how should we talk about the mistake in the job interview that we go for?
I think when we have has made a mistake, and after that we have resolved this mistake, so we will talk about the situation, and after
Mm-hmm.
that we talk about the mistake. We
Okay.
the next
Yes, go
is
on.
the next is action um, to avoid the mistake, and finally
Mm-hmm.
is lesson.
Okay, good. So let's take a look at how can you talk about your past mistake in a job interview. In today's class, we will take a look at a past mistake in a job interview and how to talk about it. In class today, we will use causatives with have and get to talk about things we ask or instruct someone else to do. Let's talk about your past mistake in a job interview as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's get started. Now, here they are asking us about talking about a time that we've made a mistake. So, when we are doing an interview, why do interviewers ask this question? They're asking you to tell them about a time you made a mistake. Why do interviewers want to ask this question? What do they want to know? Who would like to answer? Hong, would you like to answer?
Uh, I think because interviewer want to know um, your ability to review your work. and the ability to tackle the error when it happened. And they also want to know what you could learn from the mistake to prevent from occurring the same mistake in the same mistake afterward.
Okay, to avoid the same mistake, okay,
Yeah.
or to avoid it from recurring. Okay, so let's take a look at what they want to know. Quinn, can you read what do they want to know? Quinn, can you read for me? Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, they want to know if you can take responsibility for your mistake, how you handle challenge situation, and how you learn from your mistake and avoid them in the future.
Okay, so now that we know what the interviewers want, they want us to talk about this. But can you tell me what kind of mistake should we talk about in the interview? What kind of mistake should we talk about in the interview? Hong, what will you say?
In my view, we should talk about the mistake at work, not personal mistake.
Yes.
And that mistake, with that mistake, we can finally we can tackle, we can deal with it, and we can draw a lesson from it.
Okay, good. So we want to talk about a mistake that is going to be work related and not personal. And we very important want to make sure that we are talking about a situation that we can fix, okay? And that is not as major, or else they would think that you don't know how to do your job. Yes? So let's go on. It says, what should we include in our answer? Quinn, can you tell me what will you now go ahead and talk about in your answer?
Yes, in my opinion, the full question about the uh, mistake job interview, we need to have situation, mistake, action, and lesson.
Okay. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at the next part, okay? We're going to go ahead and we're going to take a look at the situation, the mistake, the action, and the lesson, just like you've mentioned, okay? Now, it says in the situation, it says, give the interviewers the context they need to understand your mistake. For the mistake, it says that you need to explain your mistake and what led up to it. Okay. For the action, we're going to describe what you did to solve the problems and the results of your actions. Okay. And of course, in the lesson, you want to show what you learned from your mistake and how you can prevent it from happening again. Okay. Remember, we don't want to repeat the same mistake. Okay. Now, it says put the question in the correct part. So it says, what did you do to fix your mistake? Okay. Now, where are we going to place this, Hong? What will you put this under? Will you put it under the situation, the mistake, the action, or the lesson?
This question, uh, that is action.
This question, we're going to put it under the action. Very good. Now we have the rest of the questions, okay? And because we have many of these, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and you're going to tell me where I can put them, okay? So when did it happen? Quinn, where will we put this?
We put in situation.
When did it happen in the situation? Wonderful. Hong, the next question is number 2. What did you learn from your mistake?
Uh, this question belong lesson part.
Lesson, of course. Very good. It says, what mistake did you make? Quinn, what will we say
That is
here?
mistake.
The mistake, yes, great. Because it has it in the word of the question. Great. Number 4, it says, what was your task? Hong,
What
what
was your
was your
task? Is a situation.
Okay, when we're asking about what was your task, we're going to make sure we talk about this situation. It says, what were some possible consequences of your mistake? Quinn, what will you say?
Yes, that is mistake.
Okay, we're gonna say that is the mistake. Wonderful. Hong. Number 6.
Number six, I think, how have you avoid missing? Um, that is the lesson.
The lesson, because remember, we don't want to repeat mistake. Okay.
Yeah,
And Quinn,
yeah.
what were the results of your actions?
Yeah, finally is action.
Okay, of course, this is the last one. We are going to make sure we put it into the action, okay? Now that we have the questions and we have it in the correct part, now we're going to choose the correct part for each of the ideas, okay? So let's take a look at Fiona. This is Fiona, and she's going to use part for the outline to talk about her mistake. Okay, she's going to talk about the situation, she wants to talk about the mistake, the action, and the lesson. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you the activity you need to read, and you are going to go ahead and you're going to answer between the situation, mistake, the action, and the lesson. Okay, and I will give you 1 minute to do so.
Cắt đôi nỗi sầu.
Okay, perfect. Great job. Both of you have answered, and your answers are perfectly correct. Good. So, Quinn, can you tell me about number 1? What are we going to match number 1 to?
Yes, number one is mistake.
Number 1 is a mistake. Perfect. Hong, what will we say for number 2?
Number two is lesson.
Number 2, we're going to say is the lesson. Great. Quinn, tell me about number 3, please.
Number three is action.
Number 3, we're going to say is the action. Perfect. And number 4, what will we say, Hong?
And number four is situation.
Of course, number 4 is going to match with the situation, okay? Now, let's go ahead and we're going to take a look at what it says here. It says, we had the graphic designer fix the error. And it says, got co-workers to check if everything was correct. Now, to emphasize somebody who is going to perform the action, we must make sure that we're going to use have and we're going to use get, okay? However, we can talk about it perhaps in the past tense, okay? So we have to be very careful about how we are using it, okay? For example, we're going to use our subject with have plus someone plus the verb infinitive, okay? So we're going to remember to use this when somebody who's performing the action and we want to emphasize it, okay? Let's take a look at the next one. It says, got perfect printed copies on time. And here when we're going to talk about it, we want to emphasize the process or the action. And we're going to use the subject plus the have or the get plus the something. And you have to make sure that you are including the verb in the past participle. Okay, we have to include it in the past participle. So let's take a look at, we use the structure when we want to emphasize the action or the process. Okay. Hong, do you have any questions about this so far?
No.
Okay, Quinn, how about you?
No, teacher.
Great. Now let's go on. Let's take a look at make a complete speech based on these ideas, okay? Now here we have got Fiona's, this is her prepared speech. This is going to be the first part that she speaks about. But I want you to put it into a full idea for me, okay? Hong, can you tell me how will we start to talk about the situation? So this is as if it's your brainstorming idea, and I want you to tell me how are you going to put it into a full speech? Yes, Hong, how will we talk about it? Quinn, do you have any ideas about this?
I have an idea, but I just think about the situation and talk with the past simple.
Yes, go ahead. Okay, let's take a look at it. It says, in my last job, I worked as an editor at an economic magazine. I was responsible for proofreading the monthly magazine and was quite effective in catching mistakes. So can you see what they've given us is that all of the answers are in point form, and we have to take these and we have to make a speech based on these ideas. Okay? Hong, would you like to try for number 2 now? What will we say for number 2?
Yeah, I will try. Yeah.
Just give me the first sentence. That's okay.
Yeah. I didn't find out that all page number were correct. Then I send all the files to the printer.
Good.
Yeah.
Like, can you read for me now? However,
However, one time I didn't find out that all the page numbers were incorrect until we had already sent the file to the printer. I was quite worried about this because the numbers on each page wouldn't be the same as the number on the table of contents.
great. Let's take a look at number 3. Quinn, can you read for me? What will we say for number 3? When?
Yes. When I noticed this mistake, I immediately called the printer. Luckily, they haven't printed the magazine. I had the graphic design fix the error. Then I got my coworker to check that everything looked correct. We got we got it sent back to the printer as soon as possible. At the result, we got our perfect copy printed on time.
Perfect. I want you to remember this word is magazine. Magazine.
Magazine. Magazine.
Yes, good. Okay, and also this is fix the error. Fix the error.
Fix, fix the error.
Yes, good. Yeah, I want to hear the X. I want to hear the S sound in fix. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, good. And let's take a look at the lesson. Hon, can you read for me? This mistake.
Yeah, this mistake taught me not to overlook even smallest detail. To avoid making this mistake again, I always check everything from the content to the format. Even if something is always correct, I make sure to check it carefully.
Great, perfect. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at what it says. It says brainstorm ideas about your past mistake. Now you're gonna go ahead and you're going to answer this, okay? So I will give you a few minutes, okay? You're going to answer when did it happen, or you can say like what was your task. You're going to talk about the mistake, you have to talk about the action and the lesson, okay? Remember, you want to make sure that you're keeping the mistake according to your professional life, not a personal situation. Okay, and remember, it must be something that you are able to fix, or it could be something that happened by luck. Yes, so that you are not going to be saying, yes, oh, the person is very bad, we cannot take them, they're not going to work here. Okay, we don't want to say something like this. Okay, now I'm going to give you 3 minutes. You will have 3 minutes to go ahead and you're going to prepare your answer. Okay, for the S, M, A, and the L. Remember, you are talking about your own past mistake.
Sorry, teacher. We have to prepare outline or full sentence.
Just the outline, okay? You're just brainstorming the idea because I will put you in a breakout room just now and you will talk about it with your partner, yes?
Yeah.
You can write it on the page, you don't need to type it in the chat, yes? Okay, are we done preparing or do you need some time? Do you need more
Yes,
time or is it okay?
I need more time.
Okay, can I give you about a minute more? Now I want you to make sure that when you are speaking, you're going to use the causatives, okay? So I want you now to emphasize who performs the action. So you're going to use the subject with have, you're going to use the someone plus the verb infinitive, okay? And I want you to emphasize the process as well as the action if you are speaking about it. So you will use the subject with have or get. Also, be careful about the tense that you are using, okay? Whether it is present, it is past, okay? And we're going to use something with the verb in the past participle. Be careful about this one, all right? I will now give you 2 minutes to use this within what you have written down. Then I will put you into your breakout room, okay? Okay, great. So our 2 minutes are up, okay? Now we're gonna go ahead and I'm going to put you into the breakout room, okay? So for example, Quinn, you're going to ask Hong, tell me about a time that you made a mistake. And Hong, you're going to say, at my last job, I was. And then remember, you want to talk about the situation, maybe one or two sentences. Again, you're gonna do the mistake. Then you will talk about the action and the lesson, okay? As you are speaking in the breakout room, please be careful if the other student is making a mistake. You need to help them and to correct their mistake, okay? Also, we're going to take a look at you can talk more about what you learn and you can go ahead and complete your sentence, okay? So I will put you in the breakout room. You will have 6 minutes. Actually, you need 7 minutes, and then you will come to the main class and you will present, okay? So I will give you 7 minutes in the breakout room. So Quinn, you will tell Hong what you would like to say, and Hong, you will tell Quinn, okay?
Hello.
Hello?
And we have to start immediately to the
Yes.
task.
Now we will start to talk about the mistake. And can you
Yeah.
tell me about a time you made a mistake?
Yeah. Uh, 4 years ago, 4 years ago, when I was working as a assistant for director, um, I um, my task is one of my tasks is preparing car for director business chief and the deputy director business chief as well. And and uh, sau đó next you can ah I will have to stop straightly all the step.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Um,
you will talk about full the mistake, and you can say it
yeah.
out. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, when I repair a car for director business chief, I I noticed the time. Uh, I noticed the time when he have to get supply, but at the time the deputy director asked me for providing car for his business trip as well. I forgot the director schedule and say okay with deputy director. Uh, s- the schedule is the same. It's the same with directors, uh, but I don't. But I didn't notice um, the double requirement from my bosses. Um, so one day before, one day before the supply day, I suddenly noticed that the struggle of the schedule of the business trip schedule. So I immediately uh, call my for support from um, the administrative department, and at that time I had administrative colleague arrange another car for the beauty director. Uh, as a result, the deputy director can get the fly on time, but he has angry and um, he, um, he has to be very has to be yeah.
Yes, I know he agree
And
about that.
the mistake taught me that in even in the early stage we have to control the schedule uh, correctly and have to inform any changes when it happens to our colleagues or our boss. To avoid this mistake in the future, I I have to arrange, I have to manage um, my work schedule better. Yeah, I just so.
So thank you for your sharing about the mistake.
And can you tell me about your mistake at work
Yeah,
before?
yeah, I will share about my mistake. In my last job, I worked as a research and development at Iport essential essential oil company in Hưng province. I was responsible for research the new product for the company to export in global market, and I believe that I can do it in 6 months. However, when after finishing 10 experiment, I see that the schedule time is not suitable for me because there are a lot of there are many problems happen when I do experiment, and after that I talk with my part that I can do it on time because I need to find the way resolve the problem. Then I arrange the meeting with my colleague to talk about the problem experience. I with my colleague have meeting quickly week weekly and revise the problem. Also find the way to finish it quickly and launching the new product. Um, when we after have
This meeting is being recorded.
Okay, great. Can you hear me? Hong, Quinn, can you hear me?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So let's go ahead and we're going to now take a look at what you have mentioned, okay? I hope that you were able to discuss it, okay? Now you're going to go ahead and you're going to tell me what was your past mistake, okay? And if you make any mistake, I'm going to correct you in the chat box, okay? So go ahead. Who's going to go first? Quinn or Hong?
Me.
Me? Who is me? Quinn. Okay,
Yes.
Quinn, go ahead. All right.
Yeah, I will sharing about the past mistake. In my last job, I worked on research and development at the export essential oil company in Hưng province. I was responsible for research and develop the new product for the company to export on the global market, and I believe that I can do it and finish it as can do and finish it in 6 months. However, when after finishing 10 experience, I see that the timeline is not suitable for me because there are many problems uh, when I when I do experience, and I talk with my boss that I cannot uh, finish it uh, on time. Then I arrange the meeting with our colleague to lead the problem of experience. I have meeting weekly and find the way to improve the experience and find the reason and revise it to how to finish and launching the new product quickly. Um, after for 4 months later, our team update the schedule to my board. Uh, at the resort, the we got our new product after 1 month with the first schedule. The total is 7 months. This mistake make me notice about the timeline to research new product. I need to prepare more the knowledge and um, need to prepare more the problem with positive and negative mistake when I do experiment to avoid the mistake in the future. I think that uh, I and my team will need to prepare more the knowledge and make the clearly plan to do this project carefully and try to consider to finish the project the suitable time and finish it on time. So that is my sharing.
Okay, good. All right, so I've typed a lot in the chat box, okay? So don't get freaked out. It's just that I want to show you how to correct your pronunciation and your mistakes, okay? You said, I was a research and you're gonna say was. When we are saying was, you must pronounce the S at the end, okay? Was. I was. Can you say the was for me, please?
I was.
Yeah, was, not was, was. Yes. Okay. Also the word develop, develop, pronunciation, okay?
Yes.
You then went on to say with our colleague, but you need to say with our colleagues because you don't only work with one person, you work with many people. Yes?
Yes.
So you have to say with our colleagues. You said launching the new product quickly. You have to say to launch the new product quickly. To launch the new product quickly. Okay, not launching the new product quickly, to launch. You said make me noticed about the timeline. You said I needed to notice, not make me notice. I needed to notice and then you can continue your sentence, okay? Then you said prepare more the knowledge and more the problem with positive, negative, mistake when I do experiment to avoid the mistake the future. Now, lots of grammar mistakes here, okay? You need to say prepare more information, not knowledge. We need to say prepare more information because what you get is the knowledge, is the information. And then when you remember it and you understand it and you process it, then it becomes knowledge to you. Okay? So when you get it is going to be the information, not the knowledge. Okay? So prepare more information, or you can say to find more information about, and you're gonna say what, okay? Then you can say I need to become more knowledgeable with regard to development, and you can continue whatever you would like to say here, okay? So whatever you want to say, you can go ahead and repeat it after, okay? So the whole big block is the mistake, okay? And what I've typed after is all of the corrections, okay? You need to say, I need to make a clear plan. Okay, good. Okay, any questions that you have?
No, no question, teacher. Thank you so much.
Okay, great. You're welcome. Okay, Han, go ahead. You will speak next.
Yeah. 4 years ago, I worked as an assistant for director at a Japanese company. One of my responsibility was to prepare car for director and deputy director business chief as well. When I when the director asked me to arrange car for his business trip, 2 weeks later, that I said okay and note it to my schedule. But one day before that day, the deputy director also asked me to arrange car, for him for his business trip as well as the same date with director requirement. At that time, I noticed the double requirement of one day, and we have only one car, so I but I forgot to inform um, to inform the deputy director about that situation, and only focus on the biggest boss, my director requirement. At the day of deputy director business chief, he called me when the car coming, when the car would come to pick up him. I suddenly realized that I forgot something, and at that time I immediately checked the schedule. Um, I called the administrative department to have another car arranged, uh, for deputy director for him to catch the flight at the airport. Uh, so um, uh, so the result is the both of my boss can attend their meeting um, on time, but they have to be very busy, and they have a lot of short time before the meeting begin. Um, um, and with that mistake, it taught me to um, taught me to inform the any change to the related person, even in the early stage, and always check working schedule to ensure my work to be processed smoothly.
Okay, great. All right, so let's take a look at what we've said. Okay, so you said was to prepare car for director. You're going to say I had to prepare the car hire. We call that a hire. When the director asked me to arrange car, when the director asked me, because now it's past tense, yes, asked me to hire the car and to make arrangements. Okay, to make arrangements. All right. Yes, to make arrangements. Okay. Then you said when the car coming to pick up him, when he asked when is the car, he asked when is the car coming to pick me up. Yes, to pick me up. Okay, this is what we're going to say. When is the car coming to pick me up? All right, this is what he asked you. Then we said to have another car arranged for deputy director, for the deputy director, for the deputy director. Okay, this is how we're gonna say it. Both of my boss. Now, if you're saying both, you have to say both of my bosses, plural form, not singular, yes. Then you said can attend their meeting on time. They have a lot of short time. You said they have a lot and they have a short. So you have to say only one, okay? They had very little time before their meetings, okay? But thankfully, you can say, but thankfully, they made it on time for the actual meetings and nobody was late. Okay, this is how we're gonna go ahead and say it. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Any questions?
No, thank you for correcting me.
Okay, perfect. Good job. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and let's take a look at the next part. It says, how can you talk about your past mistake in a job interview? What can we do? How can we talk about it? What do we need to remember?
We need to talk with 4 steps.
Yes.
First is situation, mistake, then action, and finally is lesson.
Perfect, very good. Now let's take a look at it says this person can. Let's read, okay? I want you to tell me if the person can take responsibility for their mistake and if they can handle the challenging situation. Okay, go ahead. Let's take a look. Can this person take responsibility for his or her mistake? Hong, what do you think?
I think he can he took his responsibility
He takes.
for his
He
mistake.
takes.
He
Takes. He takes. He takes responsibility.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So we can say that he takes responsibility. Okay. Quinn, do you think that he can handle a challenging situation? Quinn, hello, I cannot hear you.
Yes, I think he can handle the challenging situation.
Good. Do you think that he can learn from his mistake and avoid it in the future? Did he tell us what he learned from this mistake?
Yes, he learned from his mistake.
Okay, how? Where does it show?
In my view, I don't see what he learned from his mistake.
Yeah, we cannot see it. He did not learn. Okay. He only said that he didn't have the file and he needs to find it online, okay? But he did not learn from his mistake. He did not tell us what his lesson is. He needs to make sure that he has a backup computer. He has the files backed up on somebody else's computer. He has it on different types of equipment, so not only just on the flash drive or on a flash disk. Maybe he needs it on like a CD, or perhaps he needs it to be online, like from his email or something like this, okay? So he needs to tell us this in order for us to understand that he knows what his mistake was and he knows that for the next time his lesson is going to be that he has many copies of it and on different types of equipment. Yeah, on his computer, he has it online, maybe he has a physical copy of it. Yes. So he did not mention that to us. Okay, so he needs to tell us about this. All right, great. Okay, let's take a look at what can you do. Can you use causatives with have and get to talk about things we ask or instruct someone else to do? Are we able to do this?
Yes, I can.
Yes, we can. Good. Can we talk about your past mistake in a job interview, Quinn?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, we can. Okay, perfect. So this is just our homework reminder where we're going to do the enhancement, our topic quiz, and the expansion. Remember, we don't want to forget our grammar from today's class, okay? Especially in the tense that we use it in, okay? All right, good. Any questions that we have?
No,
Thank you
teacher.
very much.
Okay, so have a great evening and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Hope to see you again soon.